Hello, hello. Got it sorted out here. Been a while since I'd streamed, so things weren't wanting to work properly. But yeah. We got the Dash trail we'll be looking at today. But I figured I'd do, there's a few things I want to tweak yet before we really get into it too much, so we'll do a little bit more work on it, and then we'll go in game and show it off. There we go. Hey, Scooter. So yeah, here's one of the components for the Dash. So it's got options for hose reel or the boom. What I noticed in my testing is the trigger, wherever it is, it's big, but if you're pulling a sprayer in kind of nosed up, a lot of sprayers you have to get really close to refill. So I want to extend this trigger out a little bit. Let's do that quick. That should be good there. So get rid of the little trigger, move this guy back in position. Then that should work better. For that, part of it. One interesting thing with this is you can't refill from the sprayer. You have to be in the truck to refill. Just part of how it works for the mixing part of it. But it should work fine though. You just have to remember to get in the truck because you can't just drive up with the sprayer and hit refill. Casper, manure system support. I haven't looked into it yet. Kind of my thoughts for that was to maybe work on getting the all platforms version out, and then obviously manure system is a PC only thing anyway, and then maybe go back and add it. I'm not sure how it would work with this, like for this hose. I don't think there's a way manure system you can store the hoses nicely like that. But I haven't looked at it at all yet to see what's possible. But I wanted to get the basic functions of everything working, and then can go back and add things like that later. That's kind of my thoughts on that. I did the hose reel just because there's one configuration where the boom, if you assemble it a certain way, the boom doesn't work. So the hose reel is an option to have something that looks like it'll work for that. The other one, Facebook comments about the stream here was, I forget who it was, someone suggested adding an oversized banner to things, which actually is not a bad idea. So I'm just gonna do it this way. Oh yeah, forgot about that. there's a banner there. Now, let me go find my file. My decal file. And we'll just whip up a quick oversized banner here. I kind of like this yellow here. Let me just double check my decals. I don't add something in and then have to go back and fix decals. Oh, I'm not down far enough. Okay, yeah, no, it should be safe over there. Okay. There was one. There they go. They went with the oversized load. Oh, helps if I use the color I can see. Keep getting to... It doesn't let me rotate. Okay. Yeah. A little smaller. Oh, that is still way too big. Let's do it this way then. Ali, this would just be a standard size length trailer over here in North America, so it's not anything extra out of the ordinary that way. The oversized load would cover that. What am I going to do here? Stretch that down. Oh. Stretch those. And I just got to move the clone of that over to my other folder. And we come in here. There we go. Let's also select the right material for this. There we go. So maybe center it a little better. There. Then oh wait, no. It should be able to go like that. And then we can go over to the trailer here and we can pop it on. And got to actually. This way. And there it is. Not a super high quality sign by any means, but it's sufficient enough for what we need there. Trekker Jeff, if you can, manually drop it into the second reverse gear, you'll get up to about 9 miles an hour. It doesn't automatically shift, but I kind of, in a way, I kind of liked it that way, so I left it that way, because then if you were doing slow speed maneuvering, it was easier. And if you want to go faster, then you just downshift and then into the higher reverse gear. So it's an automatic, but it won't automatically shift into that second reverse gear. Helps to go to the right file. Well, I'll tie this in that it'll only appear when you unfold the sides. Actually, I'm not going to put it in there file-wise. I'm going to put it in, nope, in here. Then this should be 1.219. There. Okay, and we will add that in Where's my unfolding gone? Okay, there we go. Okay, we will see if I did that correctly. The indicators brake lights should be above this sign. We'll go in game right now. We'll check it out, make sure I did that all right. I'll just throw it in my screen here while I get into my save game. There we go. Go have a look around on Edgewater. There we go. Somewhere's here. Okay, looks like it is backwards. Probably once this unfolds, it'll disappear, possibly. It's a little too high, apparently. It is kind of tucking under the lights. It's actually got the license plate light showing through it. Okay, why did that not? Oh, I see. I got to do it. Around here. And it's need to invert the visibilities. There we go. Now it should unfold. Unfold. Sign. There we go. Got that fixed. We'll just adjust it a little bit. Didn't succeed in much. Too much going on here, file-wise, too. That down just a hair. There we go. I just got to toggle the visibility apparently of that license plate light that's showing through there. Whoa. forgot to put a license plate on this thing. But there we go. I'm not sure about adding the flags like you would normally see, just because I would want them to wave around, and I don't know how easily that would be to do. But we'll drop the ramps here, and we will load up the sprayer. We got water tank, we've got our tote of simplicity, so that we can go spray our wheat, which I'm just realizing now I never set up that part of it, so I'll just quick do that. Oh, actually I need... We'll load up sprayer here. I need to adjust the track width out a little bit to clear the trailer. And this view sure seems familiar, so used to driving things up on a trailer. Let's wheels back in a little bit. Yeah, there's that. Got the sprayer all loaded up here. And we can lift up our ramps. Technically, there really isn't actually anything securing the sprayer on there. I might have to look into that yet. Let's get off here. Oh, I just realized the game sound isn't coming through my headphones. Oh well. Yeah, that'd be another way Trooper could move the license plate over onto the ramps. But we don't have any water. We'll pull in here. To the well. And that was just filling up the dash. There we go. It'll do a little bit of funny things glitching around like you saw on the bottom there, just because the dash automatically will pull water from the tanks. So it'll do, there is a few glitchy funny things they do. Ali, yeah, that is something I was maybe going to work on today, is making a kind of an X2 or X3 flat deck that can also have stuff attached to it. I also want to do a gooseneck trailer yet. So that's kind of something. Actually, I'll wait for the well there to fill up. Let me try and remember how to make a pole again. Should I, and I was curious what your guys' opinion is of whether I should release it now with what I've added and got going on, or whether I should wait until the whole, gooseneck trailer, straight bed, everything's all done. Or should I, send it for testing now and then do an update later to add those things. So yeah. Threw up a quick poll there, just to gather you guys' opinions. To me, I'd rather wait till it's all done, but I also know that might be a while with it getting closer and closer to seeding in real life, so I know it might have to wait. But I figured I'd see what everyone else's thoughts were on that. Now, I'm not going to use that approach. I'm going to go up here. There's another prairie trail. I'm think about the fact that the sprayer is too wide on here. And I'm just going to back in because my refill point is otherwise going to be on the bush side. Oh, didn't quite clear that dodge there. On red car, move. Just like real life, people in your traffic just in your way when you're trying to back things in. Back down here just because there isn't a good spot to turn around down here. Back down past the trees here. I'm gonna select the trail again. So as you can see, there's little cheapers. The little icons up in the corner. I've actually made a little trailer icon and things so you can kind of tell what you've actually selected, especially if you're, changing the trailer and disconnecting things. Then you want to know what you're unhooking and disconnecting. There we go. So we'll pull out the sprayer here. And we'll pull up next to the dash. Now on this one we have the hose reel, so we can just go like that. So for that we gotta hop in the truck. The other thing you can do is you can toggle the nets on the side there. With the hose reel in there, there really isn't much room for putting anything else in, and the totes don't actually fit under there, at least the in-game ones. They're too big. But we can do that, and then we'll have to select the dash, so the little kind of tapered one, and then we can unload. And as you can see, it's using up both the chemical from our tote, and it's also using up the water from our tank. And it works quite quickly, just like the real thing. It's a very quick way. You can hear the pump motor running there. Full, so we'll shut that off. And we'll jump in the sprayer here. And we'll go see if this big field can use up full sprayer worth. This is kind of the goofy thing about this in Farm Sim is there is such a crazy amount of capacity on that trailer that you could spray the entire map probably on one fill. Just about. But oh, how do you work the booms again here? There we go. Why are my weeds not dying? That's new. Maybe I set something wrong when I Kind of cheated this in. Yeah, no, they're not actually dying. Oh, I wonder. I'm seeing there. Oh, the sprayer's a little bugged. I know I've edited this one from custom modding, so it's not fully like it used to be. The version everyone else has. Apparently not. Apparently only the center section is spraying right now. Somehow the work areas have gotten bugged on the sprayer. But I did do a bunch of editing to it. Because I don't... There was something, the section controller or something was missing when custom modding put it out. There was something missing that I added to it for myself, and it's... Apparently I've broken it. And I haven't used it in a long time, I guess, to know that it's broken. But we can still rip around the field here. It's still using the right amount of chemical. It's just not actually instantly killing things. Actually, we've got simplicity in here, Pleasant View Farms. Not that it really matters. It's all the same. It's just I do have different totes with different chemical brands just for looks. Actually, this field we would probably need a refill. Well, yep, into the poles and the fence. Anyway, we can let the hard worker run away there. Oh, and he's set to buy. We don't want that. I got a GPS line going of where I've sprayed because it's only the middle section of the sprayer working. Oh, where helpers buy? There we go. But yeah, so we got another Dash trailer over here. But we have... Where'd it go? We got a planter here, but no seed and no fertilizer. But this isn't really set up for that, so... Let's take the back tank off, because the Dash is facing this side, so we want the tender to face that way. That's over here. So we'll come grab this tank off. Now things work a little bit goofy with the forks, but it makes it very easy to load and unload things. So on these ones, pallets show up underneath, which I didn't really want to add to the tanks. I might still, but then we'll get rid of the tote deck, so we'll just take that apart. And we'll pick that up. Some of this pallet handling stuff in this game is so weird sometimes. But anyway. Got that unloaded. Now we can come over and grab this seed tender. And put everything right in the way when I took it off the trailer, but that's okay. Oh, Too much brakes. So this is actually Schultz Modding's seed tender from the Mod Hub. He's going to be updating it, which I've helped him with to make it so that you can use it on this trailer. So that should be good there now. We'll hop back in the truck. And there we go. Now we have a seed tender. So now, we still got one tank. You could use a crane alley, but I want to make everything doable with pallet forks, just because that's how most farmers would do it. Is with pallet forks from a skid steer or a tractor or forklift. So I made it that way, and I haven't actually tested this for... I've tested the seed tender to make sure it reaches to refill, but I haven't actually tested this. Oh geez, that's annoying. Okay, and we'll open the seed tender up here. Alright, got chemical jugs in there that are going into the dash. Okay, full tender full of seed. And we'll go through the dry fertilizer shed to get over to the fertilizer area here. And we want some liquid fertilizer for that planter. The Rough Riders fan, Morris Air Seeder, I believe Exoblode Modding is working on a Morris Air Seeder. And the Macdon, I have contemplated a Macdon in the past, but just there isn't quite enough interest from myself to do it. I know Casarius is working on an older 974 Macdon, I believe. And it's looking like at some point Prime Simulator at least has a newer Macdon. We just don't know when we will ever see it. Ali, yeah, the seed tender, because it has this attacher joint. Oh, a little faster on the corner. Because it has the attacher joint for this, it'll be able to attach to the flat deck I'll make to attach to my trucks. So we'll go on there. I know he also has an unrealistic option on the seed tender, so if you want that, it's there. I think it's Exoblode Modding. If you watch, I think FS Clubs talked about him and has a link to his Facebook page. And maybe DJ Goham has. So, we can go. How do I work this again? There we go. And we'll tab over to this quad track. Open the covers up. And oh, we're a little low. Where's the Mac? Oh yeah, hard worker stuck in the ditch. We'll lift the conveyor up. That's another thing coming in the update to the seed tender is the conveyor goes up and down. There we go. I'll get some seed flowing in there. Yeah, there, Nick's got his name there. If you just search that on Facebook, that'll bring up his page with the Morris drills. There is that. I'll go back in the Mac. Put the conveyor away. Then if I go to the dash, back up a little bit. Maybe it's not going to work. Oh, there we go. We're able to pull that way out of the tank. So I might have to do a little bit more fine tuning there in that. And I might even look at making a liquid fertilizer blend you can do where you put a pallet of dry product and then you can use the agitation on the dash to mix it up into a liquid. I don't know how common something like that would be to do, but I figured it would be a cool gameplay, something different. But yeah. So there's that all ready to go, and we can't plant corn in August, but that's okay. And there's that. Then, so if we go into the mod itself, we do have, well, right now this is a broken version of my trailer. But I want to take both of the in-game flat decks yet and just add the attached joints for the tanks and everything. They won't be crazy different, but just, you know, then if you want different trailers, you can do that. I know some people wanted the ones that you had the ramps on the back so you could set things up and have a tractor with a 3-point sprayer or something on there. So I will do something like that with those two yet. So that's kind of why that one's there, to remind myself I want to do that. My prices aren't final yet. I haven't gone through and figured that out. But yeah, you can buy just the bare trailer. This one starts out ready for the dash, just because how the pre-assembled ones work. But we got tire options on the 45-foot to tandem or a triaxle, and steel and aluminum wheels. And these kind of use the wheels from my Volvo and Mack trucks. And then I just got some different hubs that look more accurate for a trailer style hub in there. But then you can have just a plain trailer if you just like this trailer and want to use it. There's that option. And then dash reversed is that if you want to put the dash here, the tote deck here, and the cage on the back instead of the other way, you can do that. They're probably, I mean, maybe if you're going to use it more as a seed tender, that might be more appropriate. Or the other option I'm thinking about doing is adding one where it's just solely a pump, so that you don't need the whole dash unit. You can just have a pump on there to pump out from. And then the trailer has a bunch of color options. These are all kind of real color options from the company that makes the trailer that Phiber uses. There's a few of them around in different colors, but this is kind of all the options they had, so I added those as options as well. This is just if you want your dash stuff a different color, you can make that all this a different color. And then the rim color on the steel wheels will just change your color. And on the aluminum wheels, they still keep their shine, except these are kind of more like a dull, unpolished aluminum. But there's no going in here in chrome, so you can't have shiny steel wheels like my trucks. I figured out how to do that on here. So then the 45-foot the camera, for some reason, on these is messed up, and you spawn way up in the rafters almost of the store. I don't know if anything can be done with that, but you can buy a pre-assembled trailer. And so this would be kind of the standard dash, and then the reverse to everything would be in the middle here would be kind of flipped 180 is all that attacher configuration is. I didn't do that as a specific store option there. The tanks, for the 3250 it defaults to the dash logo on the side. Just again, how the pre-configuration works, you can't, there's limits to how your things are set up, so I had to set this tank up that way. MB Farms, I'm planning to have it branded. I've been working with Phiber on this whole project, so the plan is to have it all branded. And hopefully it goes quicker than the foremost bins that have been waiting over a year for branding. Because it is such a cool and unique game-changing mod. And the mixing thing, I believe, can come to console. I'll have to, once it's submitted for testing, I'll have to talk with Giants about that and see if that works. So no guarantees 100%, but I think it should. Yeah, you can put the ladder or the dash logo on this style tank. You can pick what color tank you want. You can pick which hoops you want. So there's that. Yeah, that's working greatly. And then these, I got multiple versions of all the kind of tank designs I have in this pack. Covered those a long time ago. Those tanks have been done for a long time. Yeah, you got the cage. And actually, I'm going to buy some components, and also prices are not finalized here. You know what? I'm going to assemble a reversed one. I haven't actually put it together yet to even test it. So let's buy a trailer with dash reversed. Let's do a triaxle with steel wheels. I need this tank yet. Need the orange hoops. And need a tote deck. The tote deck, you have an option. You can put an air tank on it or not. And yeah, again, all the Phiber stuff. I did add color options, even though I don't think they've ever painted them in a different color, but I figured why not. Fender, this works in a different way. This is actually, that one is kind of, it's basically they have a different water, to my understanding. This one actually is literally straight water and chemical makes herbicide. You're mixing the two together and it actually is mixing them. Yeah, see, Fender, they have a special water on that. This is just the base game water. As you can tell, I went and got water from the wells on Edgewater, and they're just base game water. I'm thinking of adding those wells into this mod, just if you wanted to have a well on another map. Again, camera is stuck in the rafters here. I don't know why. I don't know that there's anything that can be done about it, but there's the pre-assembled 50-footer. And here's the 50-foot trailer. It only comes in a triaxle. You get steel aluminum options. You got the manifold with the steps. You can have just the sprayer deck with only the manifold, or you can also put the steps on as well. And then all the same colors as the 45-foot. And these have less options, the pre-assembled ones. So if you want to really customize it, you're going to want to buy all the components, assemble it yourself. Whereas if you buy the pre-assembled ones, you don't have to assemble it, but kind of your only option is wheels. But yeah, we got our tank here. That's the biggest one in the whole pack, 16,000 liters. We got this trailer that we were using with the John Deere earlier. I did have an extra long set of pallet forks I'd whipped up. That was one of my ideas. Those, I might leave them just because, it would look a little more realistic to use a long set of pallet forks. Plus, they're handy for if you want to move lots of pallets. So I might just leave them in there because I already made them. And then here we have our chemical tote. So you can see Corteva is licensed brand, so I don't think there should be any issues with using actual chemical names. So I just grabbed a bunch off of the Corteva website. I think these are all, for the most part, Canadian chemicals, but if I was to go and do them for the whole world, it would just be so much. So then there's a multi-buy for jugs. So one jug should mix up 400 liters of herbicide. So say that John Deere sprayer, you'd need 10 jugs to fill the whole sprayer. So obviously that's something like that's when you're going to want to start using totes. But the jugs are more there for, small farms or maybe if you're using, the See and Spray, well, you don't need to mix very much. So then, probably a few jugs is going to do it instead of buying a whole tote, because a whole tote at $24,000 is pretty pricey. It's cheaper per liter, but you have to buy so much. Whereas, if you buy by the jugs, you get a little more handling, but you can buy a smaller quantity. Wyatt, these logos, this was all kind of, actually, how did I do these? I went on the Corteva website, found the labels on there, and then I think I made this part, the colored part myself, but this label here is actually the label, for example, for Enlist. Actually, I should, I'll buy a VP 481 too, because I know that one a little better. I've never actually used Enlist. And then here we got some round tanks. This is more if you're building your own trailer. These I still need to add a valve to, whereas generally this style of tank, I'm considering these a sump style, even though I don't have a modeled sump on it. So that all the plumbing is under the trailers. You see the hose there, which we'll cover when we get to assembling a trailer here. So these I need to add some plumbing to. One more tank this style. They're kind of in a weird order for some reason on here. I don't know why. And then we got just some plain old-fashioned white tanks, or you can get them in different colors too. Well, we got a few sizes of them as well. And the white ones are kind of semi-transparent, which is kind of cool in those. So, yeah. There's quite a few different tank options, different sizes there. And I believe wherever... Oh, I need another truck. I'll just go grab an in-game truck. Just for simplicity. We'll need a truck hooked up to this to... the overside load sign, that was paint.net, Wyatt. And it was just a very basic shape in Blender. It wasn't anything fancy. We'll look here at the... Apparently I don't have super strength on. I'm just going to turn this, get some better light on these labels. So like if you look here, BB49 480, it's group 9, yada yada, it's glyphosate. There's all Corteva's information. And actually, don't look at the content side. It's only 7.5 liters apparently. But yeah, and then if you come over here to the Enlist Duo, that's group 4 and a 9, because that's 2,4-D mixed with glyphosate. So yeah, there's... The labels do actually have real information on them. We'll put the tank on. The beauty of the tanks is they're easy to pick up. Sometimes they're a little tricky to put down, but they're easy to pick up. Then we need the dash unit. You know what, I'm going to pull the... Go a little bit here. Attach that tank. So then, as we look underneath here, if the tank's not hooked up, there's no hose. And then as soon as we hook the tank up, I show the hose appears at the manifold there, and then it runs up to the tank. So these are designed for pump tanks on this trailer. The other stuff I'm going to do will be more designed for using those round tanks with the hoses running up on top. And the reel floats there, but I could have made it toggle, you know, that it only appeared once you put it on the trailer, but I figured you would want to, as a player, to see what option you're buying in the store and what it actually does. Although I did not think this through in that it might be a little tricky to assemble with the hose reel in the way. I did not think that part of it through. This might be interesting here yet. Oh yeah, this is enterable separately right now. And then also when you connect the dash, the little railings will appear on the trailer, so that they're not just sitting there on an empty trailer. So it's all kind of been somewhat thought through. Now this might be interesting here. I haven't assembled one since I added the hose reel with the collisions. So we will see how well this goes. Okay, apparently you kind of just drop it on there and then it assembles itself. But it works. It's not the most glamorous technique. The other way would be to select it with no options. Then once you have the tote deck connected on the trailer... Actually, no, that wouldn't work either. I don't know. I might have to make it that somehow to make the reel appear and disappear with its collision. Might have to add something like that, just to make it easier to set up the tote deck on there. Anyway, it's good to always test things, because then you find things that you've never thought of or realized that you've created for problems. The cage here. Drop that down. Apparently it doesn't want to come off the forks. Oh. Sometimes pallet physics are a pain. There we go. Actually, you know, we'll buy a tank for this too. We'll put a big tank on it. Since we've got all the axles, the orange hoops on so it matches. Not super duper realistic, but it works. And we'll attach the tank and the cage. And there we go. We've built the trailer. Now, on mouse controls, I'm going to go through keyboard controls. Unfortunately, I can't show controller because my controller cable is hooked to my mic right now. But Control-Shift-J and N will control the steps on the side of the trailer, which I realize are clipping through the light there slightly. Then Control-Shift-K and M will open and close the sliding door on the cage. Shift-J will open the one swinging door. Shift-K and M will open the other swinging door. Then J and N. No, which is it? Either J and N or K and M. No, J and N will swing the boom out. So if we go over to this one with the boom, we can swing the boom out. Trooper, they do have to be kind of in specific places. So this is kind of the reverse dash for the 45 foot is this. It's more, they kind of have to have set places because it's all attacher joint based. The reason I did it all individually though is that if you don't want, say you don't want a cage or you don't want the tote deck, you don't have to put them on there. You know, it doesn't matter which one you use. You know, it's all customizable, and it's a lot easier to do customization almost this way rather than doing it through the options screen for something like this. Hey, Trevor. And like as you can see, that's full height on the forklift, and you know we can kind of just get this towed up on top of the cage, so it's pretty high up there. The yellow electric forklift does not reach to put pallets up. There, it doesn't have a high enough reach to get up there. And we'll throw our enlist, we can throw this up on the tote deck. And then we can walk up the steps here, go up on the dash. Now sometimes the straps, this I've had to struggle with. I'm tempted to disable the straps for the dash versions of the trailer, but then I know there might be situations where you want them. It's like I have to... I'm activating one down there on the trailer. Oh, now I'm activating that one on the trailer. There we go. Over here. There. So it is kind of tricky to get the straps. I might try and tweak that yet some more, because obviously that's a pain. So I might try and tweak the strap hitboxes so that you have to be up on top of these to do the straps, and then the trailer ones will kind of only work from the ground. We need to try and figure out how to get that working a little better yet. But yeah. Well, now that we got that there, we can fold the steps up, close that door. We can swing this open. And we could go by, this one you can't configure what chemical it is if you're multi-buying. The single jug you can, though. Just a limitation of the game. That would also work, Red Rebel, yeah, to strap it from in the truck. That'd be another way to do it. We can throw our jugs in there. This, I would say, is more designed for... The jug thing is more... You're probably not going to run jugs on a trailer this size. Just due to the handling of them. Although I have thought of maybe making a pallet of jugs as well. But one of those things where there's so many different ways to do things, and is it really worth doing it all? We can... oh, actually, I own the town here. I'll just put up a another well here. If I can remember where they are. There it is. How convenient, there's a well now, right at the store. There, we can... It almost need to bump up the fill speed of the well, because I can definitely empty out faster than this. Because I can fill, right now, I think this is the biggest, or one of the biggest capacity fuel tank, or spray tanks in the game. Unless there's don't think there's a bigger pull type, at least without mods anyway. I do have a few mods in here, but yeah. The Hardy right now is the biggest sprayer in the game. And I timed it because I was curious how long it would take. To fill that sprayer, it takes 22 seconds. Or 23 seconds in game, so... It's pretty quick. Whereas I think if you go to a normal game refill point, it does... would take about 45 seconds to refill its sprayer. So this trailer is twice as fast as your standard refill point for filling. Sniper Steve. Yes, you can mix the jugs with water. It creates herbicide right now, but I should be able to make it also do fertilizer. So you'd maybe have like a dry fertilizer that you would dump in and then turn into like... where's pallets here? Like, I'm pretty sure that's what this is, right? It's 6,000 liters of liquid fertilizer, but it comes in bags. So, kind of my idea is I'll probably, if I do that, it'll be take this pallet of liquid, with quotation marks, fertilizer. And then it'll be able to mix it with water and then create the liquid fertilizer. Or maybe, well, probably would just use this one. Red Rebel needs a 6-inch mainline for that well. Instead of the garden hose speed it's currently at. Well, yeah. I think it's kind of a standard refill speed, but honestly this pump on this trailer is probably faster than one of these wells would be, but it is pretty slow. But it is probably... It's probably, yeah, the same speed. The trailer just pumps it out twice as fast as what the well will fill it at. Trent, I don't know if the boom will work with the manure system. I haven't researched that yet. But yeah, it's... I don't know yet for sure how that'll all work. I I've kind of thoughts were on that is to leave it till the console version is out and then go back later and update it. Hey, Looney Farm guy. Oh, looking at the poll, most people are, or 2/3 of people are thinking just send it for testing, update later. Which, I don't know, I'm undecided myself yet. I just figured I would do the poll just to gather the opinions. Yeah. I really would like to have the whole thing done before it's released, but I also know that when spring seeding comes, it's unlikely that I'll have a ton of time for this, so getting it through testing might have to, with what I've got now in the mod, and then come back later and update it. So we will see just how quick this is to fill a 9,000 liter sprayer. And as you can see, we're mixing up, taking our chemical in and using up our water both. Now it's not just a fancy water, it is actually mixing. Really hope this will be able to go to ModHub. Oh, why did we stop? Oh, never mind. Apparently we're already full. I thought that went too quick. I didn't think it was full already. But I guess so. So yeah, this trailer in this configuration, which is, what is this? 7,500 gallons, I believe right now. Yes. So that's enough to fill the Big Hardy Rubicon 3 times with ease. But yeah. And kind of, yeah, my chemical rule, I went with about 1 liter of chemical per acre. Because I figured that's a decent rate. It's not too low that you're not using any. You're not going through too much. And I figured that was a fairly reasonable rate. So it's kind of, I think the rate kind of works out to 1 liter of water, or 1 liter of chemical to 40 liters of water. So it's kind of a 40-to-1 ratio. Yeah. That's kind of all I got to show there. I guess we could go spray with this thing instead, since the John Deere I was trying to use earlier is broken. How far did the broken John Deere even get? Oh, he did like 1 pass back and then got stuck in the ditch. Okay. Wow. I'm really happy with the seed tender. I think that's a it was nice that Schultz would let me kind of add my attacher joint to his mod so that it works together, because it saved me. I kind of wanted to make something like that, and a little bit of a Larson Farms inspired idea of having your seed tender and your liquid fertilizer all in one semi-trailer. Yeah, that kind of saved me making it myself, and I'm sure then maybe some people that weren't using his seed tender will now add it to their games and download it. So this sprayer is just monstrous. Well, I was going to make an air sprayer using these booms, but they were actually way too big. Although, good thing it's not realistic because both of the products we mixed in here were glyphosates, which would obviously kill this wheat. But it's farm sim, so, you know, your crops are resistant to everything and your weeds aren't resistant to anything. Interesting. I haven't really actually used this sprayer much in game. I would have thought it would have had oh, into the trees. Into the trees some more. Would have thought it would have had automatic boom height. Or automatic, I guess, boom lift. Doesn't seem to. Oh, this thing is just too big. At least for this field, and this part of the field. It would help if I got rid of that. I don't know what... I mean, precision farming see and spray, probably not worth the full semi-trailer. You'll probably be able to just use one of the smaller versions of it. But... Or if you're, I guess I should say, the see and spray with precision farming would kind of eliminate the need for such a big sprayer trailer, but yeah, there's the John Deere in the ditch. That apparently is broken. Mod-wise. Well, that could also be me. This is the biggest field on the map. It's just... tight areas are a little cumbersome to maneuver in. Oh. So decide what I'm going to do. It'll be a... Just send it to the mod hub. You know, try and get it passed. And then go back and update later, or it could too as it's going through testing. And hopefully if I have time to finish more things, I add more things as it goes through testing. Not sure if they'd like that, but might be what I do. Well, double spray, use up more. Means more to mix. Oh. Kind of really is all I had for today to show. Yeah, there's the little dash yet to make stuff for. There's a gooseneck trailer to build, a flat deck to build, which that won't take too long. That I might do tonight yet. Still more parts to this mod that I think will be cool too. Kind of more some smaller farm stuff, and then also likely have to update the bed pack as oh, these fences again. As probably will need to tweak the attacher joints because some of it is designed to be able to slide into the green boxes in the bulk truck bed pack, so I'll have to likely update those trucks or truck boxes a bit to handle that, so that you can really do the small farmer thing of just repurpose your grain truck into your spray tender. And it does, you know, then it's just utilizing that truck better. Looney, I think the mixing should. It all depends on how Giants looks at it. It's a send it and submit it and see what they say sort of deal. But I think it should. Because it does run on a script, but it is a script from the AGI DLC, which they released for free for modders to look at. And then so hopefully, yeah, how I have it set up will work. And then if not, the thought is maybe since they've released the script for it anyway, I might try and convince them to add it into a game and update, because it is their script anyway, and it's free different modders, so it's not like it's locked behind a paid DLC, so I'll have to see. Hopefully it's, you know, an interesting enough mod that they'll consider whatever it takes to make it work. Ooh, I've never noticed before. You can really see the kind of the wind waving through the field here. I don't know if it comes through for you guys, but that's kind of cool. I know that was supposed to be a thing, but I've never really actually seen it as well as I'm seeing it right now. So that's kind of neat. Yeah. Sniper Steve. Price, I don't know. I'm probably going to email Phiber again and kind of ask them if they can give me a price list on things. And probably go for a fairly realistic price. Because, yeah, I don't want to try and guess what things are worth, and there aren't enough of them out and about in the world that there's, you know, tons of used ones for sale that, you know, it's easy to go on a website and go, oh yeah, that's what they're worth. And they don't have, you know, a pricing thing online like some bigger manufacturers have too, so I'll email them and hopefully get some somewhat realistic pricing for it. But I mean, I might kind of take their pricing too and gameplay balance it. If it's too crazy, I have no idea what their stuff costs. So just right now, everything's kind of, I worked from one XML. I think I started with the trailer one and just kept building off the trailer one. So that's why all this stuff costs $28.5, because that's what this trailer I started with, and then I'd use that as a base for this trailer. Then I used that trailer as a base for this, and I just kept adding and adding. Well, Scooter, I think supposedly this, I mean, the most expensive tractor in the game is actually supposed to be a realistic price. Yeah, Looney, they're all kind of made to order, so it's hard to find pricing when they're, yeah, not just kind of for sale everywhere. Hey, Phiber Farming. The party is here, apparently, yes. I don't know what my stream record is for viewers, but we've been doing pretty good today. So apparently this is the party. It might be... I'm thinking of sending it out to kind of, for other people to do YouTube previews too, being that it is functional now. And also sometimes I like watching other people use it that don't know what they're doing, and then that makes me go, oh, of course, it's easy for me to work this mod because I made it so I know how it works, but then that helps me go, oh, I should make that a little easier to use, because not everyone knows what I know about it. I was really hoping we were gonna... Oh. We're gonna need to refill here, but apparently not. Definitely overlapping there, yep. Ah, the sprayer is just too big. Capacity-wise, don't need to refill. I guess Looney. After I was like, oh, I wonder if all of a sudden, if this stream will, if all of a sudden people are doing, Easter dinner or something, or together with families, I thought maybe I should have done it a different time, but it's actually done pretty good. We've stayed pretty consistent, too. Throughout. But after we kind of get through this field, we'll go refill this sprayer again. Could pull a John Deere out of the ditch here and go refill it too. For funsies. The other thing is the sprayer deck. It does not currently work with K-Serious' case sprayer. There is a collision that hits the deck of the trailer, so you can't load it up. Yeah, we can go unload here. And we can use up both our chemical and our water, and we're done. Because the pump on this thing is so fast. Yeah. Yeah, I think like for this setup, I think you'd want to use that reverse dash where the dash is towards the front of the trailer, probably. I think would make more sense. Yeah, David, it's always, you gotta make, especially with mods like this, when they're very complicated, you gotta make them so that someone who knows nothing can use them. But it's not always easy to see that perspective until, like, that's why sometimes I enjoy sending mods out to some of the YouTube people to test, because then I can watch their video after when they go, how did that work? Or, I don't know how to do this. And then it makes me go, oh, okay, yeah, no, that needs to be simplified in how it works. Oh. And we'll pump this out. Run out of water, actually. You can hear the pump working away there. Yeah, you know it. Other little details, we got the amounts on the tank here you use to measure your chemicals as you fill. And you got controls there, so you know which lever controls what tank. You got valve there. Yeah. Yeah, that's really all there is to show. It's ever thought about contacting Sunflower Salford? Not really. I mean, Salford in a way would be cool because they do a lot of cool tillage tools that the game just does not have. But I don't know. I just don't have enough interest to do them myself. And I already got 2 disc models I already had. I mean, there's obviously bigger stuff and more modern technology. Yeah, Faber, this version here can transport the sprayer. I don't know. I don't have a feeling the Hardy was not going to fit very well, but we can see. We had the John Deere on there towards the start of the stream. Switch over to 4-wheel steering so we can maneuver a little better. Or, okay, we're wide enough. Okay, good. Oh no, the Hardy fits. It's definitely a lot of overhang on the rear of the trailer, but it does fit. And we can go to the trailer, fold the ramps up, and we're good to go. Hey, Jacob. Trying to remember what I have on the back here for... I think there is one, but the ramp kind of covers it up. Peyton, I don't know that we're going to update Edgewater anymore. And yeah, Jacob, we're on Edgewater here. I picked Edgewater because the wells are filling up the water tanks, which we put one at the store here just for convenience, but... And we're going to show this again. Boom out a little ways. We'll hold our steps out here. And then where did that case go? We'll just easy dev this empty. We do need to tweak it a bit for the liquid fertilizer. All right. To go over to the truck. Lift the conveyor up. We need to maybe look yet too. The conveyor does behave a little bit odd in some ways. Then we go here, and then it kind of jumps. I might think about seeing what Schultz thinks about maybe making it the conveyors fully on mouse control. And that the pipe's kind of more just open and just kind of control which hopper you're coming out of, but it doesn't actually have any animation to it. There's that. And then And for the liquid fertilizer, then we had to... It wasn't actually coming through the dash. We actually had to get up to the tank. At the front, we're more pulling from the tank actually for that right now. So I'll have to look into that a bit, because yeah, I got the pretty big trigger on the dash right now. Actually, I just got thinking, if I do the reverse dash, then your trigger ends up on the other side again. Oh, what's the setting I'm looking for here? Oh no, it's in here. Now I should be able to plant some corn. I haven't got to test out the 715 yet. Quite the tractor, though, I must say. Oh, there we go. Didn't realize the hitch was on hose control for the planter. Let's quite the tractor. I will say. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this fender is quite the tractor. When I was setting this all up, I was like, oh, well, might as well put it on the planter, because I hadn't even put it into a save game yet, because I've been too busy on the dash sprayer stuff, so very well, we'll use it on the planter for this live stream, and I can try it out. Oh, yep. Just a little bump there. Hey, Roxy, yeah. It'll be up as a video after. If you want to go back and watch. Wow. So, just need to figure out the fertilizer working better, I guess. And what else did we find today? I think that was kind of the main thing we found here today. Yeah, pricing needs adjusted. I guess I could maybe set up one of these trailers on stream, and then if people want to know how it's done, if they want to do their trailers of their own, I could do that on stream, because I do want to do it to the Demco and the Load King flat decks. We could go do that on stream here. Then if people want to come back and see how I do it to add the attachers, we can do that. We'll save that and close that. Close that. That. And I just got to find the Demco trailer. But also, since I'm doing this, you know, I'm going to put my wheel options on there as well. I guess it would help if I put this over here so you guys could see what I'm doing. Copy that over to here. I just gotta make sure my names match up, I guess. Front right. Oh, I have to do down there. Should be all. There. Oh, I need to get rid of these lines. There. Now this will have better looking wheels on it too if you use the version that's attached in my mod. We will take the attacher joints from here. We're not going to go to the effort. Oh, right, there's no attachments. I need the whole thing. I'm not going to go through the effort of making hoses and everything for these two trailers. They're not, I don't see them being used that much that it's worth my time to do that. I'll import the stuff and see how it looks on there too. Because if all of a sudden it looks decent enough, then maybe we'll just keep it. There. Let's import. 50 foot. That. If I remember correctly, because I initially had my tank set up on here, there's a slight angle to the neck of this trailer. It's like 0.9 degrees or something like that. Rear tank can go there. Cage can probably go there. It's all on just a group. Oh. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta do this. Ooh, a wheeled version. Ooh. Oh, and I gotta fix the color options down here. Because mine are more sophisticated than Giants. You can hear the cat. There's a cat trying to help me here. There we go. We got aluminum wheels or steel wheels. Let's leave steel wheels on there. We got a tank over here we can throw on. You're not helping here. I was going to do it like this because this is easier. Quicker. Where is this truck? Oh, actually should have done that first. There we go. Do that again. There we go. Chemical jugs just flying around in there. Check out. Should have a configuration set up to do that. The trailer in the way a little bit too much. I have the right one, don't I? Why are none of my attacher joints showing up? They're all there. Oh, there we go. Oh, forgot to tell the game where to find them. That would do it. That would help. (003 to 007). There we go. I just need a air tank, or a tote deck. For some reason that attacher joint for that is very forgiving, which is okay. A tank overhangs. Tank back there is... Oh, those need to be moved down a little bit. I'm gonna add a second cage attacher there so you can assemble this two different ways. Too far back. All right, gotta reload. This needs to be 180. There we go. Move back. Just move this way a bit too. No, farm guy. I didn't bother getting licensed for the trailer brand itself, but Phiber is the company that makes all the mixing stuff on the trailer. So like everything, pretty much all the orange paint stuff, aside from the tanks, they don't make. But like all the stuff on top of the trailer they make, they just buy the trailers from another company and then put their stuff on them. But that company should be licensed. I've been working with them for a few months now to get all this stuff done. So Sure. That's a jumbled mess up there. Okay. That's new. Okay, I need to then... Oh, that one's way up there. No, move that back. Oh, did I not? Yeah, I flipped that around. Why is that attacher not showing up? It's facing the right way. I'm not sure what's happening here. Not sure what is going on. Do not know. I'm going to try and see if I take this and drop it in there. There we go. Just not sure why the cage is not attaching. Apparently I've got phantom collisions on the cage too. Oh, let's quick go rid of those. The cage should attach this way. Oh, that's a bizarre one. Oh, let's see. Is all of a sudden that one somehow bugged? Because rolly doors there. This is her. Oh. Oh. Missing node for attachment. Okay. Not that. Ah. There we go. Oh. Oh yeah, this has gone well. This has gone well. Okay. Door is on that side, so this should go here. Hey, there we go. No idea why the dash went so crazy, but there we go. Always a reason things don't work. There. I'm gonna go buy another dash. Then I can see where this one sits. Okay. Maybe I can squeeze okay. Let's see if I can squeeze the steps in there. At least. We can probably... We can put the manifold on there even if we're not gonna use it. Okay. There. Always put them on there, even if there's no hoses for it. It's at least it's there. Hey, TJ. Mm-hmm. Okay, all I need. And then I need... Where are they? Down here. Hey, TJ. Congrats on being the first member there. Pretty sure you're the first one, actually. Well, thanks for that a lot. What am I trying to do here? Oh, now we've got another helper cat. Apparently I didn't do that right. TJ, this is a plan for all platforms, and it should be branded is the plan. I'm hoping because it's such a unique mod and there's so much to it that it'll hopefully be able to go through as branded in a reasonable amount of time. What am I looking for again? Oh yeah. What is this? Is what I'm looking for. One letter off. Save this and oh yeah, help the cat. Stop it. Okay, except apparently I've got that wrong. Yeah, 5-1. 0-5-1. What is going on here? Oh, it's the naming thing again. So I got a cat here keeps trying to be helpful. I'll be back. Hi. There we go. Now we should be able to go in here, throw on the steps. And there we go. We got the working steps. We got the manifold there. It's not hooked up to anything, but it's there. Well, there. TJ, BC Bueller is just based on my first and middle initials and my last name. Yeah, exactly like what Trevor said. Yeah, I've talked to South Sask. Not as much lately. It's just haven't had time to get on voice chat really too much lately, but yeah, we still talk here and there. But I think he's been pretty busy too. So I think he was maybe starting a new job again. I don't remember. So yeah, there is. Now we have a Demco trailer that's compatible with these things in a semi-basic form. Oh, there's a toolbox? Wonder what this toolbox is. Ah. Looks like it would be pretty specific by the brackets to fit only the Load King trailer. And we'll just steal this from here. No, they'll probably want this all taken out. Better do that. And I'll take my custom little trailer drawing, pop that in. Ooh. Okay, I don't think I'm going to do custom rim for the Load King because they look. Yeah, I think they're a smaller tire and everything too. Yeah, no, not going to touch that. So skip that part. Oh, we will add the attacher joints. Oh, Okay, attacher joints. We added the step animation. Actually, this step is probably gonna be pretty. This trailer's so much lower to the ground, it might be hanging down pretty low. Oh well. Okay. No, I don't need to do that with the rim configurations. I just need these lines now. I'll put them up here. Okay, then I need to open up the Load King. So I need to go in my let's need to go in my mod desk here. Add that in. What will appear in the game? Okay, perfect. Those work. Don't have to change anything at all. Oh, whatever, we'll go there. How low is this trailer? 765. Oh yeah, that's pretty low. Ah. I'm gonna have to get creative here. Sure. There. This thing have a... Oh, it does have an arch to it. Yet. That makes it more tricky. Might have to get rid of the steps on this one, I don't know. Might have to restart the game to get this to come up, but... Yeah. Alright, we will reboot the game there. Check the chat here. Trevor Null, he does other work, so Sask. And I'm not specifically a farmer, I work in a research farm, but he just says, how do modders make the brands like the Fargo logo above the specs of the mod? It's just a texture. Wow, that's basically just a picture. And that one, Phiber, actually, I got them, because I'm working with them on this, I got them to just send me their decals, so it made it very easy, because they sent me high quality, images that I could use to make all the decals. Except there was a few I drew by hand, but they sent, I think there was 3 I drew by hand, the rest, everything else they sent me, so. And the ones I drew by hand, I just kind of went at it. I wasn't too particular on being, crazy accurate with it. Okay. No, I better wait. Better make sure I get. Okay, design configurations, they did that there. Okay, I will take this, and we will just go with delete that, delete those. And we'll just do this. Easy Def is such a great mod for mod makers. I wouldn't want to be without it. Close this. Keeps covering up the chat. TJ is asking about a beacon. I don't really think there's any like great trailer beacons. I would say there are beacons, but I just don't think any of them are super great fit for a trailer. So that's part of why I haven't put one on. There. Sold the trailer out from everything over there. Now everything's ready to flop onto this one. Re-enable super strength. Tank there. Tank there. We're floating in the back there. This might have to be a little bit more of a painful placement for... Okay, I need to rotate apparently. And we're getting the front end up in the air. Okay, there we go. Okay, those both need to move back. That is... Page will move back here. Oh, not far enough. Okay. Okay, go back further. Okay, come back this way a bit. really do not like the... I don't know what the dash is good. Cage, I'm gonna tilt a little bit. There we go. Still need to figure out what the... I know it's a fill volume. Still need to figure out if it needs to actually be there or not. And again, those need to move back. Cage is good. Dash a little further back. Nope. Dash needs to pivot. Here. Page definitely needs to move up. TJ, is the top thing floating, or is that just me? Which top thing do you mean? So let's... lay it out again. What do you mean the black mystery fill volume? Okay, kind of needs to be centered right under that hooky deal. On that side. There. There, now you can have a Load King Dash trailer. The tank. check this one. Slight bit. No. No, they're pretty good there. There. Now there's 4 different trailers you can put things on, because there's a... Let's go do it this way. So Demco, Load King, and 2 Lizard / Phiber trailers. So, there. Then if you want one with ramps on the back, you can build it on one of those too. You don't have quite as many features, but I guess really all they're missing is the hoses from the manifold, but really you don't see them all that much anyway. Jesus, trailer is low to the ground. Definitely wouldn't want to be using this one if you're unless you're staying on the road, I would say. And get hung up just turning on the highway with it. And it's not even loaded yet. And we can sheet it full of water. Whoop, screenshot accidentally. Yeah, I don't know whether I would use that one. It seems a little too low to be very good, but it's an option anyway. Phiber should be all platforms, I believe. I've been working with them, so it's not a problem on that end. It would just be on Giant's end, but I think given how unique this mod is, I imagine it might be one that'll be bumped to high on their queue to get through the licensing quickly. At least that's my hope. Yeah. But I think we'll maybe wrap the stream up there. We showed everything off, I think, twice really. All the different ways things can be done. And we added a few things, added those 2 trailers, so yeah. Maybe grab a little screenshot here. And where is that Mac? Boom in. Let's grab our screenshot here, and then yeah, let's say goodnight and thank you all for tuning in. I know some of you already lost interest after it went away from showing things and more to the modding side, but oh, where are we? Here we are. I'm going to frame this. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and yeah, hopefully we'll have some more interesting, either a video or a live stream soon, but it'll probably be a little while before we do something else, so yeah. Thanks for watching.